Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. Just depending where you are in the world. It is the Sabbath hours. It is the night of preparation day or the eve of the Sabbath. Sabbath starts sunset on a Friday in our terms and is for a full 24 hours. So biblically, Friday, our day is preparation day, and the Sabbath is the Friday evening, Saturday. Sabbath blessings. We're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Christ Triumphant. The title today: We are laborers together with God. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building. There never will be a time in the history of the church when God's workers can fold their hands and be at ease, saying, all is peace and safety. Then it is that sudden destruction cometh. Everything may move forward amid apparent prosperity, but Satan is wide awake and is studying and counseling with his evil angels another mode of attack where he can be successful. The contest will wax more and more fierce on the part of Satan, for he is moved by a power from beneath. He is that power from beneath. As the work of God's people moves forward with sanctified, resistless energy, planting the standard of Christ's righteousness in the church, moved by a power from the throne of God above, the great controversy will wax stronger and stronger and will become more and more determined. Mind will be arrayed against mind, plans against plans, principles of heavenly origin against principles of Satan. Truth in its varied phases will be in conflict with error in its ever varying, increasing forms, and which, if possible, will deceive the very elect. There is a danger now of our losing sight of the important truths applicable for this period in time, and seeking for those things that are new and strange and entrancing. Many, if reproved by the Spirit of God through his appointed agencies, refuse to receive correction, and a root of bitterness is planted in their hearts against the Lord's servants who carry heavy, disagreeable burdens. They have not the moral courage to do the things that it is for their special benefit to do. They see no necessity for reform, and so they reject the words of the Lord and hate him who reproveth at the gate. This very refusal to heed the admonitions that the Lord sends gives Satan every advantage to make them the bitterest enemies of those who have told them the truth. Our work must be an earnest one. We are not to fight as those who beat the air. The ministry, the pulpit, and the press demand people like Caleb who will do and dare, people whose eyes are single to detect the truth from error, whose ears are consecrated to catch the words from the faithful watcher. And the Spirit from the throne of God will make itself felt upon a degenerate Christianity, a corrupt world, ready to be consumed by the long deferred judgments of an offended God. We are laborers together with God. And as has been said, this whole controversy, the book, The Great Controversy, is probably one of the best books you can ever read in the history of books in this world, other than the Bible, that will help you to understand what is happening, has been happening, and is happening in the church and is due to happen. As it says, there will never be a time in the history, it says of the church, in the history of this world, when God's workers can fold their hands and be at ease, saying all is peace and safety. Because there won't be one moment in our lives as Christians that will be the case. If there is, you're not doing something right. Every moment you're trying to live by the truth. You're trying to preach the truth. You're trying to be the truth. Every moment Satan will be trying to fight against you, tempt you, trick you, distract you, deceive you. We should not lose sight of the truths. We need to keep reading, studying. If you studied, study more. If you've read more. You can never, ever read the Bible enough. Never, ever. It's the one book you can read and read and read, and you still won't understand it all. It's the one book you can read it 20, 50 times, and you still won't get down to that next layer. And then the 51st time, it will take you deeper. You have to keep reading, keep praying. Our work is an earnest one, and we must be more earnest. We cannot fight this alone. The Spirit of God must be with us. The Spirit of God must hover over our hearts, in our hearts, through our hearts, fill our hearts, so we can have that strength to fill others. Sabbath blessings.